Hello, Nomads, and welcome to a catch-up episode for November 2022. We are the Nomads of Fantasy. I'm Brandon, and I'm also here with Eric.
Hello, my name is Eric.
Oh, nice to meet you, Eric. My name is Brandon. Hey, did you know that Dave's here?
No,
Hello,
no
hello.
way.
Oh, hey,
Booey
Dave.
to you all. Mama Booey and happy
Mama Booey.
holidays.
Yeah, man, it's been so busy. Things have been, Dave had COVID like a couple of weeks ago. I just got back from vacation. We had a guest on the show. It's just been busy with the holidays. Dave at one point had like 6-7 feet of snow all around his house. So
That was brutal.
yeah. So yeah, we're a little bit delayed, I would say, on some of the content, but we're here. We're doing it.
We're
Trying
still
to
here.
do some other things. So, but yeah. There's so much to catch up on, honestly.
There's a lot.
I'll kick us.
I have a lot.
I'll kick us off real quick. Has anybody seen Bullet Train?
No,
Yeah,
the
I
Brad
want
Pitt.
to watch that for
Brad
a
Pitt
show.
flick.
Yeah,
Is it
That's
good?
on. Wait, that's
Tell
on
me you've watched
Netflix.
it.
I didn't know anything about it. I just knew it existed. It had Brad Pitt, and it had to do something with a train. So I watched it going in blind. I enjoyed it. I think it's a
Wow.
fun movie. It's like Snatch on a train. American Snatch, the movie Snatch. American version of Snatch on a train.
Yeah,
I
it looked
enjoyed it.
amazing.
Cool.
I posted the trailer in Discord a while ago, but that immediately when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, this is a winner.
And it's going for its own thing. I can see why, like on Rotten Tomatoes, it has like a 50 something. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
because it's like kind of all over the place with ideas, but I think it's just style. So, and I'm a sucker for Brad
You
Pitt.
can't. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Too much wrong with Brad Pitt. You know.
Right. So I don't know. So I enjoy that. So yeah, it's on Netflix. Check it out. Let me know what you guys thought of that one.
Oh,
Worth
yeah.
a watch, you'd
Sure.
say.
Absolutely worth a watch. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Good rec.
So, yeah. What do you guys got as far as like watching something?
Ooh, watching stuff. Most of my stuff is video games, but I know you guys. We've all watched this. Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, dude. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
great.
Really, really good.
It was too short. What was
Way
it, 8 episodes?
too short.
Yeah, I know. I wanted more. It leaves you wanting more for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like I think there's only like 6 or 8 or something, but I liked how they structured it. I really liked learning more about Count Dooku when he was a Jedi.
Yes.
Like all that
Absolutely.
stuff was really,
Shit.
really cool. And like his transition to the dark side and everything.
It was great.
It was
You see
awesome.
some
And the
Yaddle?
style that they use, they kind of
Yeah, Yaddle.
merged that. Oh yeah, Yaddle. Yep.
We gotta give
Yeah.
her some screen time, give her some backstory, so nobody forgets that there was another.
It's a
you know?
tragic story for Yaddle.
It
But
makes
she-
you want to
she
go
held her
back
own.
and watch the first 2 movies because it kind of is the characters from those 2 movies and the acts and the things that happen in those.
Mhm.
Count
Yeah.
Dooku, I didn't really connect with in the movies, but I thought this was like the best thing they could have done
Yeah.
with that character because the actor's passed, right? So you'd have to either cast somebody younger, but I like that they went animated and showed his perspective on things.
He seems like he's not like all bad in the movies. Like he just seems like he's kind of just like a crusty old man. Like I don't know. He didn't have like the Sith eyes or any of the crazy shit coming out of his out of his head.
He was just a
or-
pawn for the Emperor, you know.
Yeah, I don't think he was fully committed. It wasn't of hate or anger. It was just more of
He just
an
didn't
opportunity
agree.
for him to
yeah.
be like,
He didn't
like,
agree
they
with the
need to
Jedi
do a better job with
ideals.
order.
Right.
and I'm leaning more with this guy.
Mhm.
So, but it's not like he was fully dedicated to it. Not like Darth Maul or Anakin or something like that.
trust anybody with a hood. Like you gotta know that.
hmm
It's usually not good people.
Yeah.
Somebody doesn't show their face. I don't trust them. But it
Right.
looks like they're only 6 episodes. 5 of them written by Dave Filoni.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I enjoyed the
Good
little Ahsoka stories too. Those were great. I mean,
yeah.
I have at this point right now, I have 3 episodes left of the Clone Wars. And
Oh, damn.
yeah, it's crazy. And I'm a little sad that I'm almost done with it because it's really, really good. but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's 7 seasons of a
How
show.
is that last season, the newest one that they just kind of released?
I think
How does that hold up to the rest of?
It's good. I thought it was gonna it started out slow, and it's definitely picking up, and I like where it's going, and I think the last 3 episodes are gonna be bonkers. Like I don't want to give anything away, but I kind of know some of the stuff that's coming, and it's all centered around Ahsoka, and I really like her. She's like one of my favorite characters now in Star Wars. Like she's really really good. So seeing her in Tales of the Jedi too, getting some different perspectives on her story as well was pretty cool.
Okay, well, that's a shift, man. That's a lot of Clone Wars to be watching.
Yep.
Nice.
What about you, Dave? Have you seen anything?
Watching stuff, it hasn't been anything really exciting. I had COVID, so like I had binged Andor while I had COVID, just lying in a puddle on the couch essentially. I rewatched like The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings essentially while I was tucked away for a day. I did start watching that Cyberpunk show, Eric.
Dude,
that is pretty dope.
I'm telling you,
that's pretty solid. I'm 4 maybe 5 episodes in. I'm watching the English version.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go, for in my opinion. Anyways, I tried to watch the original Japanese version, but to me, Cyberpunk the game is in English, so I'm like, I mean, I know it's an anime, but I wanted to watch it.
You're saying go dubs.
The voice acting is good in the dubs.
I will, definitely completely gonna recommend that for anybody that's watched Cyberpunk too, because it really digs into the world there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I actually one day, I think it was the Friday right before the snowstorm, I put in for the Xbox Free Code Friday, and what's the old guy, Uncle Larry Herb. Larry picked my name out of a hat apparently, and I won Sonic Frontiers. So I was playing Sonic Frontiers for a little while.
On an Xbox giveaway, they're giving away Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, I know, crazy, right?
It
was right after it came out.
How is it?
Came out beginning of November. It's solid. It's like the open world Sonic. I'm gonna air quote that part, but it's actually pretty solid. Like they basically set you up in the beginning with a couple moves that you know how to bounce off of stuff, you know how to run fast, and you can do like these little trails behind you, and when you make a circle around stuff, it unlocks or does something or explodes or stuff like that. So they set you up essentially with those bits and pieces, and they just kind of slap you in the ass and send you out in the world, kind of like they do Breath of the Wild. Right. So it's all 3D behind Sonic. You'll find like these challenge things where you'll go in and do like a side-scrolling level or something like that, or you'll do one of those run-forward levels from like some of the newer Sonic games, which is really cool to kind of like take you back for a little bit, and then you jump back into the real world. But it's you're going around and kind of exploring different areas of the map. It's just wide open spaces, like the Dixie Chicks. Just go wherever and kind of do what you want to do there.
Which seems counterintuitive to a Sonic game, but it looks like I've seen gameplay to it, but it looks fun.
I think it makes sense because I feel like Sonic is almost too fast to be fun. Yeah. And I never really liked, like, once you get past that opening level in a Sonic game, it's like, what else can we do? Let's add water. Well, that fucking sucks with Sonic. Let's put him in space. It's stupid.
Weird. Platforming kind of sucks in the old Sonics.
Doing like, I don't know, maybe some people like that stuff, but going down the tubes and kind of doing like skateboarding like levels, like I'm like, no, this sounds better. Like, just give me an open world and run around in it as Sonic. That sounds. Are the controls smooth? Like, are they?
Yeah, it doesn't have like that weird like off jump to Sonic where like.
But I don't want that buttery. Yeah, like I don't want to be sliding around. I want it to be tight. Like.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, if you hold on the right trigger, that's basically like the run button, and that's when you start to speed up, and then you'll either hit things, or as you're unlocking and solving puzzles in the world, it'll unlock like rails, so you can like Tony Hawk grind your way from like this spot to that fucking island over there, and it makes getting around the world even faster, so you can just rail slide through like entire chunks of these levels.
Okay.
Which is fun in its own part, but then like each level will have what do they call them? The crystals in Sonic.
Chaos Emeralds.
Chaos. Thank you, Chaos Emeralds.
I'm impressed that you knew that.
I knew somebody would. You go around and collect those basically in like an area, and then it'll transport you to like the desert island, and then you start to pull. You meet up with Knuckles and do some Knuckles shit, and then you're trying to rescue everybody because they're in some weird digital dimension. Story doesn't really matter, I guess. But
I mean, yeah,
voice acting isn't bad. It's some of the bosses in those levels are really cool too because they're like I'm not even remembering any of these games.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where you're like climbing up, like the boss is, like a giant thing, and you have to like run up a thing, and hit a booster on his leg to run up his leg, and then you jump over to his arm, and you're climbing up his arm, and then smashing a thing on his head. But like as you do those, that's what you have to beat those bosses to get like some of the Chaos Emeralds or to unlock, other shit.
So it has like a good sense of scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Sonic will get
Sounds
tossed.
fun.
He goes Super Saiyan, when he gets the emeralds. He does some Super Saiyan shit. But it's fun. If you see it, I mean, it's got to be on sale already.
It was on.
Yeah.
It came out like
40 bucks, I think.
On Black Friday when it was like 2 weeks old. It was like $30. So
$30? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So
So I'm sure that'll go on
If
sale.
you're vaguely interested in Sonic, it's worth a play. If
I might grab it on sale one day. I don't know.
It'll be on Game Pass at some point too. Like,
I'm not a
it seems like
huge
it's right
Sonic
for
fan, but I feel like I'm
Yeah.
interested enough to check it out eventually if it's a good enough
For
sale.
the right price.
For the right price.
I'll check it out for a day or two.
It says the main quest takes like 20 to 30 hours to finish.
It's not bad. That's short.
And then with everything, all the side shit, it's like 60 hours. So
Okay.
It's not bad. Made by Sonic team, published by Sega.
Well, good for them for making a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, it is better than it. Like, I don't know. Sonic games haven't been great in a while, but this is better than anything other Sonic games I've really played. Seems like a cool twist on it and gives that open world feel where you can go do whatever. There's just world puzzles everywhere you go, and you kind of solve shit and
sweet.
Run fast. Gotta go
fast. Gotta go fast. Well,
yes, sir.
I'll run through a couple quick ones here, just
Sure.
just to go through some stuff that I've been playing. Obviously, more Marvel Snap. I'm still playing that every day.
Oh my god,
dude, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with that game. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm obsessed, but it's like a daily thing, Like I wake up in the morning,
it is good. It's
drink
so
my coffee,
simple.
do a couple matches, on the toilet taking a shit, do a couple matches. But it definitely makes my poops take longer because I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, I could squeeze in one more match while I'm sitting here, But it's got its hooks in me. I've bought the last 2 season passes, which is probably not a good thing, but it's $10 and you unlock all these credits and shit, and I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta get those credits. I gotta get my collection level up.
Those packs in the store though are goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah, like paying $100 for
cards. You're unlocking
an avatar,
like a skin.
Mm-hmm.
A skin on a card.
Yeah, the variants and the avatars. Yeah,
$30, $60. Like that's crazy.
Don't get me wrong. It's good that you're not paying for cards. This is not a pay to win game. Everybody unlocks the cards at the same rate. They're randomized throughout your, as you rank up your collection level. The cards are randomized, so everybody gets different cards at different points in time. So like, I could have Carnage and Dave might not even have Carnage yet or something like that, So like it's sort of randomized. So you're not paying for cards, you're paying for cosmetics, which is good, a good thing.
I prefer it that way, I think.
Especially for a mobile game. Yeah.
Great game, yeah.
But yeah, that still got its hooks in me. I was dabbling with some VR as well. Pistol Whip, I bought that.
Yeah, that game's fun.
It's really fun. That's kind of, I don't know. Like I think I already beat the campaign. There's only like 5 levels in each of the campaigns.
Yeah.
But there's like casual modes and arcade modes that I've been dabbling with. I also got Vacation Simulator, which is really fun. I don't know if either of you have played Job Simulator, but it's made by the same people as Job Simulator. It's again another fun one. I don't really
sound for a good simulator.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to explain it. You're basically
you
like
have to do things.
Yeah, you're on vacation. It's like a simulated vacation, and like these robots are kind of they have this like program where humans go and they like do all these vacation activities. I don't know. It's weird, but it's fun. You're basically you're like building sandcastles, you're making burgers and food for people, you're taking pictures. I don't know. It sounds boring, but in VR it's fun. You know.
Oh, sure. I forget it's in VR.
Yes.
About that.
But I guess fun. Another one that I think we've all been playing a little bit of is Vampire Survivor, since it just came to Game Pass.
Such a cool, simple concept. I love it.
Yeah. I'm kind of mad because it's like me or Dave probably could have made this game, but like this guy did it first, so now he's just making gangbusters on this thing, and I'm like, and
it's so simple.
It's so just the concept is so simple.
Let's make a space one, guys.
There is definitely going to be knockoffs coming.
I've already seen multiple knockoffs.
There, yes, absolutely.
In the Android store already.
Yep. Everybody's trying to cash in on it. But no, there's just something about it, man. It's like it engages that primal gamer brain where it's like you're just watching the numbers go up, and it's like a slot machine almost, you know?
Yeah.
It's
what's
weird.
Next? What if I get this weapon? What's gonna happen now?
Powering up your weapons, getting like the weapon evolutions and everything, like unlocking new levels and characters and upgrades. It's a good time.
It's just like lightning in the bottle kind of stuff. Like it's just good at like what it's supposed to be. You know, it's simple, and it never leaves that simple gameplay. Like it's a simple game to play. And the timing of how things like upgrade or waves come or when you need health or something like that, it's like I wouldn't change anything. It's just that he just nailed everything just right.
You can tell when you're gonna have a bad run too. You're like, it's fucking 3 minutes in and I haven't gotten an upgrade and I don't have any garlic yet. God damn, like you know, it gets good once you start getting the other characters too. They have different starting equipment, which makes it a little different, but. They improved a lot of things when they released it for Xbox. They added a whole bunch of levels. They added, like before there was just like the field level. I mean, I was playing on, I don't know, I think it was itch.io or I forget one of those sites, but
yeah, this is like the 1.0 release or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they added a ton of stuff, but this is like my game that I, after a session with you guys or I'm playing something else, I'll wind down, just pop on a round of Vampire Survivors and before I go to bed or something.
So you've been dabbling with Game Pass. Did you play that Somerville game?
I played about maybe an hour of it.
It's just like playing like Inside or something.
It doesn't control as well and the frame rate kind of sucks, but the concept, the gameplay, I don't know.
Frame rate issues.
There's a lot going on. That first 10 minutes is intense.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I haven't gone back to it. I don't know. I haven't felt a pull to go back and finish it yet.
It's short, so that's
what I've heard.
So I'm pretty far. It's one of those games where it's just looks and puzzles. Like it's just do this puzzle, look at this. This looks really attractive. Do this puzzle, like
Maybe I'm not giving it a fair chance, but I don't know. I just think Inside did everything better than what this game is trying to do,
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed Inside, but for some reason this one didn't grab me right away.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It seems like oh, okay.
Maybe I'll go back to it though. Like over Christmas break, like I can probably finish it up in a night if I really wanted to. So maybe one day I'll just go back and finish it because I don't know. I played the first hour of it and I didn't hate it.
It just didn't grab you.
It just didn't grab me. Yeah.
That's the Game Pass problem. But you're not amazing.
It's true. It's so true.
Dude, I downloaded they added the new Battlefield game, 2049 or whatever it is. So I started playing that. I downloaded the 65 gig game, play it. I play it for half an hour and do all this stuff and I'm like, Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this game does not blowing me away. There's no wow moment at all in this, and it was like it's just a shooter. I
Yep.
could play this many ways, so I uninstalled it. You know, but
Yeah.
like if I paid for it, I probably would have played it. You know, I'm like, well, I paid for it, so I'm gonna play it. But it's in Game Pass, and like I don't know, I don't have that connection. Like,
Speaking of Game Pass, did you guys check out Pentiment? Dave, this seems like a
No,
game
not
you would
yet.
like.
Not
It's
yet. I've got a different narrative game I've been slogging
is that
with.
the turn based?
No, this is like
No.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's like 15th century. I don't even know. You're like
It's like
a scribe. I don't know. It's boring.
it's like
Well,
those
why would you bring this game up?
Because
Hey,
everybody's
you wanna play
raving
boring?
about it. Because everybody is creaming their pants over it. And I'm over here like,
Pentiment?
if I wanted to read a book, I would get a book and read it. But if I want to play a video game, I want to play a video game.
Have you seen Rock of Ages? Where it's got the art style
Yeah,
of
Monty
a
Python.
Monty
kinda.
Python intermission, essentially.
Oh,
I don't know.
this game.
This one looks like it's like all reading.
Yeah, this game looked boring as hell.
It's a
I'm
book.
Like, yeah, the art style looks cool.
Brandon, do you
But-
want to read a book? Then play this
Right.
game. Then play this game.
That's what I do.
Do I
Boot up
wanna
my
fall asleep?
Xbox and read.
I've heard the story is really good, and like there's like branching narrative paths depending on the choices you make and stuff. But like, I don't have the attention span to read that much when I'm playing a video game. That's
I don't
just as
like
simple as
when-
that.
I just don't just hire an actor, have them read fucking lines, so I can. You're spending million. Well, maybe not all these games are spending that much money on it, but still, like, I get tired of and it's just like a paragraph, and I'm like,
Animalese or
like
whatever.
it's 10 o'clock at night. Like, everybody's in bed. I just want to play a game, and I just I'll go to bed if I keep up with this.
Yeah.
Drives me
Usually
crazy.
It'll put you to bed, and that's what always happens to me with these
Yeah.
long reading or long dialogue games.
Like it was interesting, and I like if you want a history lesson, play this game because there's a
Okay.
lot of like I don't know, like Karl Marx shit and like I don't
It
know.
must be a really good story then that people
I
enjoyed.
guess. I'm not sure what I mean. I've heard people talk about it, and I think it's the story and the branching paths you can take. Because I know that like everybody can have a different experience depending on because you do make narrative choices throughout the game, and that will affect your game like as you go on. But I don't know. There's just other games that I'd rather be playing than this one.
Man. Before I forget, because I got this like so long ago, but since the last catch-up episode, I finally found a real-time strategy game I can play on my console. You guys know that I love Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, being one of the best games ever made, and it was an RTS on the 360. Shut the servers down, can't play that game online anymore. I can play against a computer. Anyways. Finally found a game that is just like that. Not identical, but pretty damn close. It's Spell Force 3.
You talked about this last catch up.
Did
Have we
I?
talked
Yes,
about
you
this?
did.
I don't think I did.
Yes, you did. I
think
100%
And
know.
it's just a
know.
reminder that there's a really good real-time strategy game on the console.
I'm looking it up over here.
I was gonna say I edited the
let's catch
episode.
up.
I know you definitely did.
Spell
All right.
Force 3
Have you been-
Reinforced.
Have you been playing more of it though?
Yeah, and I like it a lot. It's great. I've been just playing all these other games on Game Pass, and I'm like, I better not forget, because there are people out there who struggle finding a good, unless you want to play Halo Wars, but it's, I don't know, there's some things that limit you in
Halo.
that game. But, alright, well anyway, sorry, I forgot that I talked about that.
What's going on? It's been a long month, for sure.
It has.
I've got one.
I was gonna say I got a couple more things, but Dave, yeah, go ahead.
I got 2 more games, but the one me and the wife have been playing, it is another FMV game.
Yeah, of course it is.
Fuck yeah. It's by Sam Barlow, same guy that made Her Story, Telling Lies.
Which,
couple of
Her
those
Story
other-
is fantastic.
Yeah, and you can kind of see, some of the similarities about how the game operates. Essentially, this one is based on like a fictional actress, and she was in like 3 movies. None of them were ever released, and now she's
Yeah.
like gone missing or something like
Yeah.
that.
You
And then
actually
you have
watched
to
play
try
this
to
game. Okay.
yeah, and you're trying to like solve the mystery essentially.
Almost
And
downloaded it, and
it's
Yeah,
worth a
I've
try.
heard
Like,
good things. Yeah.
because they're like you're watching like cut footage and behind the scenes stuff and like camcorders from a party or something like that. You're just
Okay.
watching like found
Found
footage,
footage.
and then they're
Yeah.
actors making movies, so you get like the scenes and stuff. So you can
Okay.
kind of like fast forward your way through the scenes because it doesn't really matter what happens in the movies, really. I guess because you're more curious about like the stuff that's happening in between scenes and
Sure.
you know, the off camera kind of stuff when they're not doing things. So like some of the acting, like some of the scenes are a little long, so you do have to like but it's literally just like tap right and it goes double speed, 4 speed, 16 speed, and like you can just rip through footage if you want to. But you're essentially like instead of like Her Story where you would have to type stuff in. This one you just basically hit Y button to pause, and you can just point to anything. You can point to a person's face, you can point to a screen, you can point
That's
to
cool.
a knife or a gun or whatever. So everything in the scene is indexable and searchable. So you can just go from that, and then it'll go from like the gun to another gun, or you go from somebody's face to like their face in a different scene of the movie, or to one of the other movies, or kind of everything. So everything's kind of interconnected, and then as you start to get deeper into like learning about who everybody is and who the characters are, which is very helpful to have somebody watching it with you. My wife knows like who all these people are, and she's still on her phone. She's like, "It's the fucking guy that did the bank thing." Like, duh. I'm like, I had no idea who some of these people are, but it's good. The girl who's the main character in this, man, I have to look up an IMDb here, but was nominated for one of the video game awards for best performance. So,
Yeah.
Natasha.
Okay.
Nope, Natasha Blasik. Nope, not her.
The woman from
Gage is Marissa Marcel. Sorry. There's a lot of good actors in here though. Like the acting isn't bad. It's just some of the movie scenes are a little long, but it takes some twists. It takes some turns. It's worth it. It's on Game Pass. It's worth sitting down with the wife and trying it. It's weirdly horny too. I don't know if that's a.
I've heard there's boobs.
There are boobs. I pause it and I search on the boobs. And it was seen with a
it's
different
for
pair of titties.
research. I pause it on the boobs.
There's some butts. There's no full frontal male nudity. There's some full frontal, but put the kids to bed. But if you got Game Pass, it's an easy play. Knowing that it's following like Her Story and Telling Lies and those kind of games, it's probably not expensive either. If I look it up on Steam, it's probably good. $20. Yep, $20 on Steam. So
Game Pass
Also
coming
very
through
good.
again.
Yeah, I'll just get on Game Pass. I feel like $20 to play something like that. I think it's too pricey. I mean, $10 maybe.
I feel like FMV games, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's a cool take on it, and I'm always game for some real time footage.
Oh, I like fun footage stuff like that. I think it sounds pretty sweet. I'll download it off of Game Pass or stream it.
You do have to.
Why not?
You got to get in there though. You got to give it the full try. You can't
Well,
just play it for
I've heard that you need to play this game with a controller. I mean, obviously you guys would, but
yes,
that's what I've heard. Like I've heard people on PC missing some things because they're not playing it with a controller. But
okay. The main story takes 6 hours too, so
okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So some video watching and some boobies. So
some boobies.
My gift to you. Haha.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's wrap this up. Let's just shoot.
All right. Let me rip through a couple for me.
Yeah.
Ratchet
and Clank Rift Apart, the newest Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah, how is that?
I got a good deal on it on Black Friday. I've been waiting for this game to go on sale because I wanted to buy it, but I'm like, do I want to spend $70 on it? Not really.
I know, it looked incredible.
So I bought it for $30 on Black Friday, which was a great deal. And it's so fun, and like one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
it looks like a
It
Pixar
looks-
movie. Like
That's what I'm saying. It
better
looks
than a
incredible.
Pixar movie. Like it
Right.
is really, really good.
Yeah.
And like the animations and the lighting, and it's for like for like a cartoony animated game, it looks incredible.
That's Insomniac, or
Yep, Insomniac developed. I don't know. Have either of you guys really dabbled in the Ratchet and Clank series at all?
No.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I played the remake. They made a remake of the first game on
That's
PS4,
supposed to be pretty good too, right?
like in 2016. Yeah, I replayed that. It was good, really good. But this one's even better. I mean, the whole hook is like, obviously when it came out, they were like touting the power of the PlayStation 5 because you can go through these like rifts, and it essentially transports you to a completely different area in like an instant. That's like the power of the SSD in the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
They're just trying to show off the hardware.
Right. But it's actually a really cool mechanic. Like you
Nice.
go through these portals and you're like instantly in another completely different map, a completely different world. And like you'll go to these, like there's like little side areas. They're called like pocket dimensions. They're like little puzzle areas where you unlock different armor and stuff. But no, it's really cool. If you don't really know
Yeah, it sounds great.
Ratchet and Clank, it's basically just a third person action shooter, but like the hook is like you're constantly collecting like these bolts and you're upgrading your weapons, and the weapons are just wacky, crazy. Like there's like a grenade, it's called a topiary sprinkler, where it just shoots out water and then it turns your enemies into like topiaries, like plant dudes, and then you shoot them and it weakens them. And like there's like a freeze ray, I don't know, there's like all sorts of cool weapons that you can upgrade, but it's fun, really fun. I'm blowing through that. I think I'm almost done with it already. They're relatively short games, maybe like 10 hours or so, but that one's fun. Inscryption I also bought. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one or not, but this one came out,
like a video
I think
game.
it was last year. But it was like, I don't know, everybody was raving about it. But it's really cool. I like it a lot. I feel like you should just look it up, and I think you'll know if you will like it or not based on the look. But I know that there's more to it than this, but it presents itself as a card game, like a card
No, I haven't
battler,
played this.
essentially.
This looks cool.
So you're basically trapped in this cabin with this creepy ass dude, and he's forcing you to play this card game with him. And basically, if you lose, he kills you. And it's sort of like a roguelike. So like he kills you and then you come back and you have to play all over again. But the hook is like you can get up from the table after, like, you play rounds of cards with him, and after a round you can like get up from the table, explore the cabin, and like find different secrets and mysteries, and you're essentially trying to escape the cabin. And like, I don't know, I know that there's more going on than just the card game. And I only played like an hour or so of it, but I'm really into it.
Sure.
It's
That's
really
cool.
cool.
Got a cool look to it. It looks like
Yeah, it's like, I don't even know how to
I
describe
got
the
a
look.
filter on it almost.
Yeah.
What is that on Game Pass or?
No, I bought it. It was only like, I think it was on sale for like $20, but
Okay.
worth it. Really good.
Okay.
And then I think the last thing I played, which I didn't really love that much, was the Forspoken demo. They released that on the Game Awards. It's like that new
Yeah,
PlayStation
people
5
were-
Square Enix game.
Not kind to it on Twitter, I saw.
I played it. It was okay. Like, the combat was fun enough, but the dialogue was terrible. Absolutely terrible. The world was kind of cool, but I don't know. It's almost like a knockoff Elden Ring look, world. But I don't know. There's just something about it. It didn't really feel good. The combat didn't feel great. Didn't feel that great to move around, and the dialogue was terrible. So I whatever. I just
That's
wanted to
pretty much
mention
what I
that
saw on Twitter. Yeah.
because I was looking at this game, all the trailers and stuff, and I'm like, it looks cool. Like, visually, it looks beautiful. But just playing it, and the dialogue I think is the main thing that really turned me off.
Can ruin a game, man. Yeah.
I googled it, and there's an article from yesterday that says Forspoken's demo has players worried, but Square Enix promises the final game is better.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, the whole
Square
point of a
Enix
demo is to
promised
get
you.
people hyped for your game. And
Yeah.
if the demo does the opposite of that, then you're not doing a good job.
There's like a lot of brown in the pictures they're showing here, but
Yeah. I mean, it's a kind of a cool concept. Like, it's just this girl who lives in the regular world gets transported to this, like, fantastical dimension or whatever. She has to figure her way out of it. Which, whatever, that's kind of a cool concept, but demo did not sell me, so I probably won't be playing this one. But that's it for me.
All right.
Oh.
I got one last thing. It's going to be this movie I watched on the airplane. Those are always good movies, right? When you see it on the airplane.
Oh, yeah. The best way to watch it.
Yep. It was HBO had it. It's called See How They Run. And it had Sam Rockwell in it. And I like Sam Rockwell. I'm going to watch this movie. It's a whodunit movie. Takes place, I think in the 50s or something like that. In London. Maybe earlier. Maybe 30s. Yeah. Anyways, it's just about two detectives, and they're just going after. They're trying to figure out who murdered an actor, and some kind of like violent thing happened. So this theater like wrote a musical around like that story, and one of the main actors or the director who wrote it, or whatever, was murdered, and Sam Rockwell and his rookie cop assistant are trying to solve the murder, and they have totally different personalities, and they're interviewing all these like theater people trying to figure out who could have killed the writer or director of this musical or play. So it was cool. I liked it. It's a slow burn. It's kind of like a slower version of Knives Out. But if you want to see something that looks good and has fun acting, and it's a whodunit, I would say watch it, especially if you like Knives Out.
Okay.
So,
Sam Rockwell.
kind of under the radar
always
there,
enjoy.
but yeah, I saw it, and it's just like Sam Rockwell. I'm like, if he's in, I'll watch it. Cause
What's it called again?
He does good movies. See How They Run.
See How They Run. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I'm done. Dave, do you have anything else?
Two quick ones. I just been during my COVID haze. I got back into Disco Elysium. It's a great RPG.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody wants to get into a RPG about, I mean, you're a deadbeat cop that's like has blackouts and alcoholism and drug abuse and all sorts of crazy shit. So it's like, I don't know. You can make them good. You can make them bad. You can go any way you want. It's a cool,
That's
fun
cool.
RPG. So that one's a good one. And then my Christmas game. Every year I like to get into a little bit of Dead Rising 4 around Christmas because it has got one of the better Christmas soundtracks to ever be in a game. Like it's got this jazzy. Every time you hit the pause button, there's like a jazzy quartet playing some Christmas tune. It's actually really, really good. But you run around a mall like right after. I mean, it's got to be right before Christmas because there's elves up and there's Christmas trees up everywhere and there's zombies dressed up as things, and you can make guns out of Christmas ornaments and all sorts of, it's basically where you pick up anything you want walking around the mall and you murder.
That got co-op?
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool.
But it's cool. It's like it's nothing. The story's not going to set the world on fire. It's a.
I don't think Capcom makes games with good stories.
No, it's goofy.
Frank
West is good. But everybody else is kind of either cheesy or weird or I don't know. They have all their thing going on. But if you're looking for a Christmas game, Dead Rising 4, which I don't think there's gonna be any more Dead Risings. I mean, anytime soon. I know that 5 was getting made for a little bit, and then they canceled it when like Capcom Studio shut down. That was like 5 years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
I like the first Dead Rising. Like that's the only one I've ever played. And I actually played it semi recently, a couple of years ago.
Well, the hook was like, look at how many zombies are on screen.
That and like the fact that at the time that it came out and you could like pick up anything and use it as a weapon, that was pretty novel back in the day.
The only thing that ruined that game was that fucking timer.
Which doesn't exist in this game.
The timer on the first one was okay. The timer, I
And
think
the
it was
controls
Dead
are kinda
Rising
wonky.
2 that had I think I tried to play it, and I think the timer was even worse in that game. Like you
Yeah.
were up against, like, I think you got, like, I forgot. You had some disease or something. I don't know.
You
But
had to get
Yeah.
Zombrex.
Yeah,
That's what
that was it.
You had
Yeah.
bit.
yes, and
Which-
I was like, it was bullshit. Whatever. But
Yeah, they don't really talk about that, but I mean, you got this one, instead of just picking up stuff, you're combining things. So you find like a crossbow and a thing of fireworks, and you create the Blambo. You essentially shoot like mortars into crowds of zombies, and fireworks go off, and fucking zombies go flying up into the
That's
air
cool.
everywhere.
I mean, that's always fun.
Like,
it's
just
blowing
it's
up
just
hordes
dumb
of
fun,
zombies.
but
Yeah.
it's like Christmas themed dumb fun with zombies. and
Sure.
So
Fun.
it's a fun. They fixed like some of the shooting and some of they put like separate button for melee stuff and a separate button for guns, so like you don't have to switch around guns. And they fixed some of the weapon selection menus, so you have like a separate for melee and ranged and throwables. Like all have their own inventories
think
separate
they-
from each other. So
This game's on sale a lot too.
probably
It's
If
probably like
you know,
$10 right
catch it
now.
for
Yeah.
$10. Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
the
'cause
perfect spot.
Yeah, I see a lot of those games from like the early Xbox One era. I'm like that are dirt cheap.
Yeah, 2016 it came out.
I was gonna say,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
good
yeah.
8 years old. So, but no, that's it.
Sweet.
Good,
Okay.
good, dumb, fun Christmas game. So, enjoy.
All right. Well, that wraps up our November catch up.
That we're
and
doing
already,
at the end of
halfway to
December.
I don't know. Trying really hard. Yeah, I don't know. I'm already like, maybe we'll just skip catch up for December. Honestly,
Yeah, maybe.
it's tricky with the holidays and stuff like that. So
I'll
may
be
or may
playing.
not have a
I'm
catch up.
planning on playing God of War Ragnarok over Christmas break. So
Sure, man.
I'll
I
Yeah.
talk
hope
about that.
Santa brings me that. That would be so sweet.
Santa, if you're listening, bring Dave a PlayStation 5.
Please get on it.
All right. Well, then let's get out of here. Check out our game. Whatmapgame.com.
We made a
Just wanna
game.
throw that out there. Yeah, if you like games like Wordle, where every day the word changes and you're trying to figure out what the word is with 5 guesses, we have a game where it's in 6 guesses. You are zoomed into a map from a game. Like the map that you pull up, like think Zelda or Assassin's Creed, and you're going to hit a button and a map's going to pop up. And you're, where do I go? So we see those things all the time. We stare at them all the time. And we've played so many games. So can you guess the game? And maybe like the first 2 guesses. You get 6, but it's really hard. We have an active community in the What Map channel on our Discord. So
The
what is our-
nomadsoffantasy.com/discord.
thank you. Yeah. So other than that, and then
Did you guys know
Follow us
that Wordle there's a board game version of Wordle now?
Yep.
I saw that in
No.
Target the other day, or Walmart, and I was like,
no
what the
shit,
what
really?
the fuck is this? I feel like
Good
it
for
might
them.
be kind of fun. I think you like make up, I don't even know how it works, but you're supposed to like fill in the words and then have people guess or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
How much did
Yeah.
he sell Wordle for?
It's
Probably
like
a lot of money.
like million something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But-
To Time Magazine or something like that,
Paid
or New York
at
Times.
least $1 million for the game.
That seems low. Yeah,
That seems
whatever.
very low.
I mean, $1 million for a fucking, well, whatever. Anyways, if you want to follow us on Twitter at Nomads of Fantasy, on Twitter and Instagram, nomadsfantasy.com for all your nomad needs. Again, the nomadsfantasy.com/discord if you want to hop in there. Other than that, as always, safe travels, nomads.